Good evening. Leslie is on vacation. A rare admission of error by the Department of Family and Social Services.
The minister responsible for the government department today admitted numerous mistakes were made in the case of Jason Carpenter. Standing by live at the Alberta Legislature with the details is Ray Rudowski. Ray?
You all may remember Jason Carpenter as the boy severely beaten by his foster parents, Rod and Theresa Lenny. Today the government issued a report taking responsibility for setting Jason up with the Lennys. And the report paints a picture of an overworked and sloppy Department of Social Services. In September 1990, paramedics rushed Jason Carpenter to hospital. He was covered in bruises and barely alive. His foster parents, Rod and Theresa Lenny, insisted he fell out of a shopping cart and was a clumsy kid in general. Jason Carpenter, now 4, lives in a nursing home, nearly blind and deaf. His foster parents, Rod and Theresa Lenny, live in prison, sentenced to 16 years for abusing the boy. The question that emerged after their trial was how could this couple be approved as foster parents?
This is an indication that we have a weakness in the system.
The government's report on Jason Carpenter notes a lack of thoroughness and information sharing in the foster home approval process and in the child welfare investigation process. The report notes that Rod Lenny was not truthful and did not admit he had previous psychiatric involvement. This was something that never came out during the trial, and that a shortage of foster homes was part of the problem.
This should never happen, and it should never happen in the future. It shouldn't have happened. It should never happen in the future, and it's a case we'll never forget, and it's an issue that will continue improving the foster care system.
It says files will be reviewed if 3 unsubstantiated investigations occur. In the Lenny's case, there were 5 unsubstantiated complaints of abuse by the Lennys. Now, foster care workers must have a regular face-to-face contact with the children. That also never occurred in the Lenny's case. And that children seized from abusive homes must be examined by doctors before being put in foster care. This was also never done in the Lenny's case. Theresa Lenny's family feels heads should roll at social services.
Teresa's wrong, they're wrong. Why should Theresa get 16 years and they get nothing? They were told about it, don't do it, and yet they did it. Why?
In total, the department has made 24 changes or improvements to the foster care system.
Ray, what about the social workers involved in the Carpenter case?
Heads may roll at the department. Mike Cardinal says 1 person has left government completely and 2 have been reassigned. But Mike Cardinal says he's going to review the personnel files of the 2 remaining people to see whether or not further disciplinary action should be taken. So there could be some firings.
Okay, thanks Ray for that live report tonight.